All right, everybody, it is Forrest on mic and Cheryl on the floor so that we can bring you your movement drill for this week. Now, this is, for me, one of my favorite drills because I have really tight hips that impacts everything that happens when I move and walk. Cheryl, on the other hand, has really flexible hips, much more flexibility than I have. So she's going to demonstrate. I'm going to talk you through this one. A couple of things that are wonderful about this drill is we're going to be down on the floor. So the floor is a place we talked about, I think it was last week, when it comes to falling and getting up and down. The more you do on the floor, the more familiar you are with the floor, the more drills you do on the floor, the easier it becomes for you as you get older to be able to get up and down. So the first thing Cheryl's going to do is just lay down on the floor, nice and flat, and she's going to put her feet about a hip's width distance apart, and the arms and shoulders and torso are going to stay connected to the floor, and she's simply going to move her knees back and forth to either side. Now what's happening is she's opening up her hip joints. So just think of this as hip openers. And when I do these, my knees go about 45 degrees, but I've had tight hips literally all of my life. So watching Cheryl do this is an encouragement to me. And you can move your feet to different distances apart, so you can have a wider stance and play with it that way. All right, and notice that all she's doing is opening up the hips and her pelvis area there, but everything else is staying flat on the ground. She can put both feet together. Now, if you need help working with just one hip, she can take and put a knee over the top of the hip. Again, we never go into pain on this, and she just helps guide that one hip down. So now she's focusing on her right hip, and she can hold that stretch, and then she can switch legs and go the other direction. She can move her foot out further. Good, Cheryl. So she can put her right foot in different places and help open it up both that direction coming down to the floor. Now, this is also a good place, Cheryl. When you get down, hold it this time. And this is a great place to practice your breathing drills. So she can do her thoracic, just doing a full relaxed breathing into her whole thoracic cavity. You can take some of the breathing drills and play with them while you're on the floor as well. So practicing your breathing in different positions. All right, so now we've got the floor down pat. She's going to go ahead and sit up, and we're going to take this to the next level. So go ahead and bring it up, Cheryl. And guys, you may want to just practice. If you have trouble getting up and down, let's move back to the center. Move that way just a smidge for me. Okay, so just practicing moving on the floor is a drill. So now what we're going to do is, and scooch back a little for me, Cheryl. Okay, so she's going to just brace herself with her hands initially to keep this easy, putting her knees in front of her. So she can now move her knees. Let's see, bring your knees up. Yep. And let's just do your side-to-side drills here. So now we have the knees going side to side. Now, what's going to happen with this is, for some of you, you may have to put your hands behind you like Cheryl's doing. And for others of you, you'll be able to just come forward with the flexibility, and the knees can literally move from side to side. Let's get our focus going here. Okay, so side to side like that. So just literally picking the feet up and switching the knees. And then if you have trouble, if you've got a little tight in the spine like I am, again, you can put your hands behind you and just practice doing those with the support you need. All right, so, and then Cheryl, just do this, show how to do it with, you can just have one hand supporting you behind as you move your knees from side to side. So, yeah, so she can just have her hand there and literally let everything move from one side to the next. And as she's doing this, notice she's got her hand up on her thoracic, her sternum, so she could even slow down and do more of her breathing drills in each position. So, lots of ways to play on the floor, but this is your hip openers. Cheryl and I do these every morning when I get up. Don't stand up yet, Cheryl, because I'll lose you on the camera. Okay, so that's your hip drills, guys. These are an everyday drill, keeping your hips fluid, spending time on the floor, enjoying being familiar with moving on the floor, and being, you can just find lots of different ways to sit on the floor. If you're our age, this becomes very helpful for playing with the grandkids, doing lots of fun things. And as you can see, Cheryl here now is going to just go ahead and do a great job of rolling and getting up. Let's see if we can get that, Cheryl, on video. So just rolling and being able to get up is a win. So thank you, Cheryl, for the great demo. And guys, we'll see you on your next movement drill. Bye-bye.